Airitoutradio. It's that chick Fire. Make sure you guys check out the website, airitoutradio.net. Got the one and only Lisa D coming up. Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I'm sweating so bad right now. It's so hot here today.
I know. I was feeling the same way. I was like, damn, it's hot. And I don't want to turn the air on because it's going to make too much noise and mess up the audio. So
I have
I'm
a
like,
fan on over my head, but I'm like, oh my God. What is happening?
well, you got all that hair. You got all that hair.
Too much. You got all that hair too.
I know. And that usually have it up when I'm just chilling. But, So anyway, I'm excited to have you on. It's a privilege. I love
me
new
too.
talent.
Huge
I love new talent. I'm not gonna front.
Thank
When
you.
I heard you, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so dope. She is so dope.
Thank you. That means so much, honestly. I'm like so flattered and just like amazingly grateful for your support.
I'm not gonna front. I thought you was black. You probably get that a lot though, right? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and I've actually I'm Italian, so I'm
Okay.
like tan for a white girl.
Okay.
And then if I wear my hair curly, a lot of people used to ask me if I was mixed. And I
see that.
took that as a major compliment.
I can see that though. Where'd you get this voice from? Is somebody in your family, your mom or dad, they into the music, or you just discovered it out of nowhere?
Both of them were musical. My father was in a band when he was younger. We are estranged because he is not a good human, but if I got this from him, then at least there's some good that came out of it, right?
Right. So
We're
your
getting
mom
real
and dad
on the
is
show right now.
right. Look, we gonna get real because I'm super.
We're getting real.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm a fan of yours, and I don't usually become a fan that instantly. So that's
oh
dope.
man,
I listened to your song probably about 10 times after the show was over. You didn't see me on live. I was acting like a straight geeky fan right after the show.
I know,
and I
was
went on my page and I was listening to it like over and over and over again. So the song is dope. Did you write that yourself or?
No, my producer and business partner, D Natural, he's the one who is the writer of that song. But I mean, he brought it to me and it like spoke to me from the beginning. So it was really easy to make it mine as well. And he's been such an amazing collaborative partner that it clicked so easily.
Dope.
Yeah.
I did say you recorded on your page. You was recording and you was pregnant, right? Okay. Does your voice change after? Because I hear that sometimes. I hear that your voice changes after you have the baby, and did it change for you?
I don't think so. Because I had heard that as well. I heard that Joan Jett, I think, is who I heard about, is that she got like this crazy range when she was pregnant, but I didn't find that. And I wonder if it's because I was recording at like the end of the pregnancy, so I was huge and my son was massive. So I more had trouble singing during the pregnancy because like getting the breath was hard. And I was so tired. It was a challenge, but then I actually finished recording after he was born. And so it was a little easier. I got my flow back. It was actually better after I had him.
Right. So. I was looking for more music. I couldn't find anything. I just saw the one song. You teasing us, right?
So far. So.
You teasing us.
Yeah.
With the one song. I'm like, where's the rest of the stuff at? I'm like...
It's coming. It's coming though. We're working on trying to figure out how to get a video done for this song in, the world of COVID. And then we'll drop a video, then we're going to do another single, and then we're going to be working on an album.
I seen you also recording yourself. I was really shocked that you was in there recording the whole thing. You recorded the whole song by yourself?
Yeah, and D Natural just gave me direction, and that kind of stuff helped me really get it on point. But I did the recording and some of the initial editing of just the vocals on my own, and then sent it off to him to mix and master into the song.
That's dope. I mean, for you to record the whole song pretty much by yourself. I mean, besides him editing and stuff, like females don't usually do that. So that's what's up. Yeah. I'm like, I'm a fan, so don't mind me. Don't mind.
Oh, I mean,
like, right? So how long?
I love it. I'm like
singing. How long have you been singing?
Since I could talk.
Really?
Yeah. I've always been a singer, and that was like my first passion in life was singing. And we actually used to set up a microphone in our kitchen growing up and have like mini concerts. So it's just always been like a major part of my soul. So
did they force you to sing, or was it something that
I was all about it. And that's why I sang in chorus every chance I got, and was always trying out for the solos. And then I went to study. I was hoping to study musical theater at college because I wanted to sing and dance and act. And I didn't get accepted into the program. So I went for straight acting degree, but I still took voice lessons. Because I've been taking voice lessons since I was like 11, maybe. And so then I kept doing that, but then kind of shoehorned into the acting as like a career path. And so when I finally got the opportunity to go back to music, I was like, my soul just felt complete again, because it's like the biggest thing that's been missing for me. So it's just been amazing to be able to do this now.
Right. What did you go to college for?
For acting.
For acting. Okay. And where are you originally from?
I'm from Central New York. So like upstate, but like the podunk town's right smack dab in the middle of New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no accent. That's why I'm like,
well, that's good. That's the goal.
But you can bring it out. I'm sure usually when you get mad, that's when it usually
probably, especially because then I went to school in Buffalo, New York, and lived there for 5 years before we moved out to Los Angeles. And so the Buffalo A is the one that comes out a lot. It's like a harder A. So it's just really funny that if that comes out, then people are like, where are you from?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Are you married? Are you single?
I'm married. I have been married for 11 years.
Okay.
And we have 2
You look like the married type, like
sons.
Wife you down, like get wifed up or husband up or whatever. Like
well, the funny thing was I was at a point at the end of college where I had like a couple just really bad relationships, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm just gonna be me, and when I'm ready for kids, I'll just have like my talented friends who are attractive like sperm donate for me. Give me I was all ready. I was ready to be like by myself and just do what I wanted. And then my husband, like, he came along and kind of was like, hey, let's hang out. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then it just clicked, and I was like, well, so much for my solo plan. So
right. Do you think that like you being married, because some people have this thing where if you're married you can't tell people, you gotta hide it because it affects like your image in the business?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to feel that one out since I'm sort of just getting into it, but I'd rather just be honest about it myself.
Right.
Because I feel like, does it really make that big of a difference?
No, I
So
mean, some guys are still find you attractive. I don't know what it is. Like guys that find you unattractive if you say, "Oh, I'm with somebody," you
yeah,
know,
and I
in a
mean,
weird way.
I've had men like hit on me, whether they knew I was engaged, married, all of it. So I think it only stops some people from really
Yeah,
caring.
only some. Only some.
Yeah.
So what's your plan, you know, after Corona? Like what's the plan?
I mean, man, I don't even know because this has been going on for so long, and who knows when it's gonna get back
I
to
know,
normal.
right?
I feel like I'm
Mhm.
in the mindset right now where I just got to get through it because it's like, at least for me, it's been like daunting because it's like with two small kids, especially because my youngest is 3 months. So we don't do anything. We don't go anywhere. We don't see anybody. We just stay home. And
Right.
it's a lot. So I'm ready to like, as soon as this is over, we're going to the zoo, we're going to the aquarium. I'm gonna like, I don't know, maybe find some open mic nights and like depends on like how the music does while it's
Mhm.
happening. Like, will there be a tour? I mean, I feel like that's going
Yeah.
a little
I mean, it
hard,
can
but
happen.
I would
It can
be,
happen. I know it's still some stuff going on, but you know, you
yeah,
never know. Next year,
yeah.
things might get better. Hopefully, you
Yeah, I
know.
hope so. Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah,
so ready for it to be over so we
I
can,
know.
you know, do something.
Right. Who inspires you singing wise that you know that made you want to get started?
Well, Mariah Carey,
I
hands
knew
down.
you was gonna say that because you kind of remind me of her, but I didn't want to like.
Oh my God, I would take that in a heartbeat. But because also she's, you know, she's mixed but she's lighter skinned. So
Yeah.
you know, people would always say like, oh, kind of like Mariah Carey. And I was like, I wish I had her voice, but like, that's
Yeah.
who just, I mean, I have a tattoo of a butterfly because of Mariah Carey. Because she
Really.
was, I mean, yeah, she's just so phenomenal that it just her music was my like lifeblood. And then of
Hmm.
course, you know, Whitney Houston. Of course I love all the like divas, the big like the
Okay.
the phenomenal female singers. Like, I mean, Andra Day now. There's so many amazing female singers that are just they know what they're doing and they are so inspirational.
Right. You kind of remind me. Remember when Mariah first came out and she had the like, you know, it was it. I think she had the straight. No, it was curly, but it wasn't. You know, but you kind of remind me of her like in the beginning, early stages, early stages.
Whew.
Yeah.
I would take that
I
any
would
day of
take
the week,
that.
man. That is, thank you.
Yeah. When I
I
heard it, I was like, who is this? Like, where did she come from? Like out of nowhere. That's crazy. But I'm
that
super.
makes me real happy because yeah, she was my major inspiration in music.
Yeah. And in her beginning, what do you think about her like now? Because she kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah, I honestly haven't heard much of her new music. But I'll always, I mean, she's always gonna have that place in my heart and my respect because she's still got the voice. I know sometimes like she's had bungles in performances, but that happens to people. Like when you're live, anything can happen. If
That's
your
true.
in-ear goes out, like, and there's too much noise, there's nothing you can do about it. You got to roll with the punches. And I feel like she still has the grace to go through that stuff. And like personal life aside, I still just feel like she is an amazing talent.
She is super amazing. Super amazing. So I didn't know if you had got my message in a DM about the game show. I didn't want to
Yes.
throw it on you at the
No,
last
that's
minute.
fine. I saw
Okay.
and I responded. I was like, Yeah, I'm game. I just feel like in the moment I'm gonna like totally blank on everything. But I mean,
see, I don't want to
can
do
play.
it if you're not gonna be ready, because I don't want to, like, you know. But I like the game because it just it's fun and it's entertaining. I know some stuff would be, you know, you got to be quick with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you was up to it or not, because I didn't get a response. I know it was like last minute, so I'm like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm game.
I'll focus on it later. I'll focus on it a little bit later. I just wanted to make sure it was cool with you first before we tried to do anything. What do you say is the most challenging part of like being a singer?
Well, I mean, right now,
Besides Corona. Yeah.
Right.
Besides Corona.
The recording process is a blessing, but also a little bit of a hurdle because, you know, being able to have a home studio is helpful, but then it's also difficult to like have the silence that you need to get a clean recording. So that's both sides of it, I would say. And then other than that, it's really just having the confidence in yourself. I think that's the hardest part for me, is like, I have confidence in myself, but then I get that fear that anybody has when they put themselves out there, that like somebody's going to be like, oh, this is terrible. Who is this? So I think that's the only little thing that's tough for me, is that little voice in my head that's like, you're not really as good as you think you are. And so I just have to tell that voice, like, shut up. We're just doing this. Get over it.
Okay. So. And then by you having your own studio, people expect you to be there all the time. Like, you got your own studio. Why aren't you in there? So I know that's probably like a lot of pressure too.
Yeah.
You having your own studio. Yeah. Oh, I don't know how you do it, but I'll give it to you. I mean, I don't know too many females that's recording themselves at all. And I'm talking about rappers, singers, all that. I just don't know too many. I know guys that do it, but not too many females. So that's good.
Yeah.
You were self-taught?
Making it happen. Yeah.
He actually coached you through it, and that's how you got taught that way? Or?
Well, he just gave me notes on the actual vocals. I'm self-taught at the recording process. Because I've always done, the work that I did before, you know, being mostly mom, was like stagehand kind of stuff and audio visual work. So I'm not a stranger to doing audio recordings for events. And so it kind of was already there in my process, and I just had to get the equipment for my home and then teach myself the software. But since I've had practice, and I did, you know, a couple of classes to really learn all the ins and outs and stuff like that. So
that's what's up. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Okay. What would you say is one of the, I know you're a mom and you're doing all this stuff too. Like, that's even harder, you know, like you said, trying to keep the quiet, you know, that part.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that, but that's dope too, if you could do that and try to record at the same time. But being a mom, what if your kids decide that they want to get into the business, right? And your singing career is booming, are you going to fall back to, you know, bring them up into the business, or you don't want them to be in the business at all?
Oh, absolutely. I will support them in whatever career they choose. My husband was in performing as well, but then he fell back to the production side of it. But yeah, if they're interested in it, absolutely. I will foster that as much as they want, for sure.
But your career is booming at this time. You're like at the top of your career. Would you fall back, or would you say you just guys got to wait just a little bit? Or I know that's like a tough decision, right?
Yeah, but I'd say if I needed to, I would fall back. I feel like that's, I don't know, for some reason that's just what you do for your kids.
Yeah,
You
you
do what they
would.
need. You
You
do
know,
what
I
they
was
need.
watching this thing with Serena Williams, and Serena was like, her daughter, I mean, they were saying, well, if your daughter, you know, she wanted to go against you or whatever, and she was like, well, she had to fight to the death. But, you know, I mean, because she's so competitive, you know what I mean? She was like,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, so I thought that was kind of funny at the
Yeah,
end of
but
the
that's
day.
also to like give her the fortitude that you would need. Like, you know, really, like, don't just coddle. Teach
Right.
them what it's like, because
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, it's hard
It's
to get
tough.
into that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I feel like teach them that it's, you know, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Right. Okay. Are you trying to get a deal, or are you just going to be indie?
We haven't even really like,
Talked
haven't
about
really thought
that.
about that too much, because I'd obviously have to like weigh the pros and cons and what was offered to me. Because like, as much as it would be like, yeah, I would sign with somebody, but I would want to need to see the deal first. I'm not going to say I would
Right.
just sign with somebody. So I'd say I'm open to all possibilities.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
good that you're open. You know, some people have their mind set on certain things. They're like, I want to get signed with Def Jam. And
Yeah.
that's kind of their goal. So you never know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, and you said you was from New York, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if you froze on me or not. I was
Sorry, I
like,
think
did
my
she say
internet's being stupid right now. I know.
something? Oh, okay. All right. You can hear me though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were like
It
skipping.
was
So I was like, I bet I'm skipping to her because my internet's being
no,
stupid.
no. It kind of
Oh.
paused for a little bit. And I didn't know if you heard me or not. So
Yep.
you know
Yeah.
how Instagram is. It's like, it does what it wants to do at the end of the
And
day.
everybody's on the internet right now because everybody's at home. So like, we're all jammed up. There's too many people using it.
Yeah, it definitely is. Are you gonna do a video for the song?
Yeah. So that's what's next on the docket, is to try to figure out how to shoot a video with everything that's going on. But I have friends who have a production company, so I'm going to reach out to them and see what we can figure out, because
Yeah.
we definitely want to get that for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think the definition of love is? Because I know, let's base everything about this song, love.
Yeah, which
okay?
I wore my love shirt. Sorry, I kicked.
Okay. She representing.
You know?
Which is the definition
that's
of
what
love?
it's about. That's what it's
right?
about right now. So I think love means different things depending on the context, but mostly it means giving of yourself completely.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I only believe in it when it's your kids. Because I feel like you can love them automatically, like before you even see them, they're in your stomach, you love them, period.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
love at first sight.
Because it's like, because technically that is first sight, but like you have so much experience already that it doesn't feel like that. It's not just like the first moment of knowing them. That's such an interesting point.
Yeah.
Because that's true, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree with you as far as like loving. You see a guy and you're like, I love you. Like, I don't believe in that. I'm with you on that. But like love for a mother to the child or the parent, like you automatically love them without even knowing what they look like, whatever. Like, you just love them, period. Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been in love with somebody that, well, I'm sure you've probably been cheated on before, right? Everybody has, right? Okay, so have you ever been in love? She's like,
Yeah.
Have you ever been in love with somebody that doesn't reciprocate the love back, but you just wanted to, you still wanted to be with them, like, regardless of the fact, but they didn't give a shit about you, pretty much?
No, I never really had time for people like that.
Oh, okay. So wait, you the one that breaks up with people? Are you the one that?
I guess I have. I haven't had like too many relationships.
Really?
But because like I dated a guy in high school, and that was for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended that relationship because it wasn't.
See, I knew it.
Exactly what I was looking for.
He wasn't playing.
And then, I mean, I had a couple like smaller relationships, and yeah, I think I had probably one that was not quite a love relationship, but
It was like a booty
I didn't
call.
stay because I was.
Was it like a booty
Not
call?
really, but just like like we weren't really like in love with each other. Like it wasn't like a forever thing, but
right.
For a while, you know. And you got me?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me
It's
now?
going in and out.
I
can hear you.
If I can move at all.
I can hear you, but it's like acting crazy.
Man, come on, internet.
I was trying to listen to your other interview that you had, and I kept waiting and waiting, and I was like, when is she coming on? Like,
yeah, he just like, yeah, he peppered it in to the show, so it was more of a. He used it more to keep the listeners, I think.
I was
like,
waiting. I was falling asleep. I was like, where is this?
But I know he's gonna post it on his website at some point as well, so it'll be available to actually like see and hear.
Yeah, I was looking for it because I wanted to see like what questions he had for you, and because I didn't get a chance, I was like, I was waiting and waiting. I kept tuning in and I'm like, what is going on over here? And just, yeah, you're right. He probably was doing that just to kind of like, prolong the situation. But that's okay.
And he works in radio as well. So I think that's how like most radio stations, like, ones that like you play in the car, they like pepper in the interviews and then do songs in between. And so I think that's the model that he is familiar with. So that's what he defaults to. But
yeah, some of us. Yeah, but I was definitely like, what is going on? Because I thought I missed you. I'm like, well, I don't know. Yeah. Did I miss it or whatever the case is? I'm like, oh. That was good. That was good, though, because he definitely had us waiting forever, What's one thing that you want to accomplish, in your career?
I really am like, I would love to be able to have this be my money-making, avenue. That would be amazing. But my like first goal is to just make music that people love. Because, I mean, music has always been so necessary in my life for like mental health, and like, music is just so integral to how I process things. And so I would love to just be able to have music out there that people love to listen to.
Yeah, that's dope. Okay. Is there anybody that you want to work with besides Mariah? Because we already know.
Right, but I mean, there's so many. Like, who wouldn't want to work with John Legend?
Right.
David Guetta.
Okay.
Man, like Calvin Harris, any The Weeknd, like, can we get like a dance jam, like a club song together? Like, let's, there's so many incredibly talented people that, yeah.
Right. Are you going to stay into because I know you noticed you said you want to do something like, in that range, but are you going to stay in the R&B? Is that going to be your genre?
No, we're actually planning on doing a whole bunch of different things, like changing it up, some pop, some dance.
Okay.
Just really really
I
exploring.
see you doing some rap too. I could just like
I don't know if I could I don't know if I could do that justice, but I could try.
Couple bars here and there.
Yeah.
You should be like, no. She's like, maybe. Are you gonna always stay with the straight hair? Are you gonna switch it up?
Well, I'm gonna switch it up. I usually shower at night because with so much hair and like naturally curly hair, it's such a pain to do that. So I showered last night and I was like, I'm just gonna straighten it so that I don't have to worry about it. Cause with a 3-month-old who wakes up like 7,000 times at night, I can't have it curly and like put it up because I'm gonna just not, it wouldn't have worked. So I was like, we're going straight.
Right. I seen you doing all kind of exercises and everything on your YouTube. I was like, oh, you're trying to stay busy as much as you can. You're trying to do everything in that house as you can.
Yeah.
But
I really like exercising. I got into like lifting weights with one of my best friends because he used to be a personal trainer, and he got my husband and I into like lifting weights, and I loved it. And he actually passed away a few years ago suddenly, and so now I feel like that's kind of a little way that I keep him close to me by continuing to do that stuff that we did together.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks.
On your YouTube, I also saw that like you was going through the mommy phases of like with your son, and he was having a hard time adapting to that. Is all that cleared up now? Is it everything a little bit more smoother?
Yeah, that was my first son, and that was tough for a couple of years, but I also dealt with some postpartum issues because I had trauma during his delivery because of my doctor. So I had PTSD from the labor and delivery, and so that made it harder. But then I found an amazing therapist who's helped me kind of deal with that experience. And then for my new son, my second son, I went to a birth center and I used midwives, and I had a completely different birthing experience. And so I'm in such a better headspace this time that I'm handling the new one so much better.
Was you scared? Were you scared to have another one after dealing with that?
A little bit, but I knew that if we were going to do it, I was going to make sure that I surrounded myself with the right people and the right circumstances so that I would be ready. And we almost had to transfer to the hospital, but I was okay with that because I trusted the people around me this time.
You had a natural birth?
I did.
You crazy.
And yeah.
No
and
way.
It was, man.
No.
But it was good because like it was taking a long time. He was stuck, and that's why we were going to have to transfer. But then we just figured out a couple of positions to be in that worked, and I just warrior mamaed it, and I made it happen. And I burst every blood vessel in my eyes, my face, my neck. Like I was a mess after, because to get him out was like took so much force that like you could see, like I was just bloodshot everywhere, and it was like, ooh, but I did it.
Look, I congratulate any woman that can have a baby naturally without any kind of pain. Any pain meds, I salute you. I couldn't do it.
Nothing, and it was. After I was like, nope, we're done. I did it, I did it. I am proud of myself.
You crazy.
No more. That's it.
You done?
Two
You
is
done
good.
now?
Yep. Done. I'm good.
You gotta have a girl. Don't you need a girl now?
Nope.
She like, no. She like, He'll talk you into having a girl. You gotta have a girl. It's only right.
No. I was kind of hoping that my second would be a girl, but when we found out he was a boy, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be surrounded by boys, and I'm gonna be an awesome boy mom, and
Awesome boy mom.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know
and I'm
about
gonna
that.
teach
I
them
could do
to
it without
respect
epidural.
women.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's one point in your life where you really think you're gonna die. Like you had like you're this close to death at any point in time. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it. I was like, give me an epidural. Like, where's the epidural?
Well, I got an epidural with my first one
Mm-hmm.
because of everything that was going on. Because I got induced with my first, and by the time they like broke my water, then the contractions were so intense, so fast. I like made it an hour, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I couldn't even breathe, and so I had an epidural with my first, and
You making me like bring back memories,
right?
Like,
like, oh, I feel it.
Look,
I feel it.
and I had my grandma. My grandma was with me, and she had like 8 kids, right? And she's like, "It's not that bad." I was like, "You fucking crazy." That's the only time I ever cursed in front of my grandma. I was like, "You're fucking crazy. This shit hurt." Like,
yeah.
You know, I couldn't do it. Never, ever again.
Yeah.
You know.
I was very prepared. Like I read a couple books about natural childbirth and like watched a video series about how like your body has this cascade of hormones that helps you get through it, and like breathing techniques and positions to try, and you know, so I was ready and I wanted it. So I was like prepared for the pain because I wanted to do it. I wanted to like be this like the animal warrior mom that just does it. And yeah,
I don't think you can prepare for that. Like I see my friends, they have like 6 and 7 kids, and I'm like, you're fucking crazy. They be just pushing them out like
I feel like they had to have had easy deliveries if they had that many kids, because like both of mine got stuck. So I'm like, I'm glad I plan on stopping at 2, because I feel like that's just how my body handles it. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, this second one I pushed for 5 hours.
No. So you gotta get that epidural. I ain't even feel nothing. I was just like, it was like, you're ready. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what we doing? I was ready after that. So okay, so we're gonna get into my quick 30.
Yeah.
You nervous?
A little.
A little. Okay. So basically, you have to come up. I'm gonna say an artist, and then if you know any song from them, you got to come up with something fast. But you have to sing their song.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
You sure you're ready?
I'm ready. Let's
so
do it.
You can say pass if you want. You can just be like, pass. You know?
Okay, because that's what I was afraid of, is like, I'm going to be like so embarrassed if I don't know somebody's music. No. And I'm going to feel just like a terrible human, but.
Just be like pass, and then I'll just say somebody else. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let me set my clap first, make sure we Gucci for each one.
Let me take a drink of water in preparation for this.
Okay.
Gotta keep the vocal cords lubricated.
Gotta keep the vocal cords ready. All right, so this is the quick 30. All right, I have Lisa D. I would say in the building, but you know, on the live feed, it's going down right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the first artist up is Whitney Houston. You got 30 seconds or less.
I get so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you, I get so emotional, baby. Ain't it shocking what love can do?
Okay, Mariah Carey.
Ooh. There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are.
Okay. What's his name? The Weeknd.
Oh. See, I told you. I'm gonna blank. He's got that new jam that I love, and I can't think what it is. Pass.
Okay.
Damn it.
John Legend.
I love The Weeknd.
John Legend.
Found myself dreaming. It's over and gone. Like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Who's the other one? Dang, I thought you was gonna do The Weeknd. I was like stuck on it. All right.
No, if I can think of something out, we'll go back to it.
All right. What about Fantasia? You know anything from Fantasia? No. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Sorry,
Patti
Fantasia.
LaBelle. Patti LaBelle.
Now I'm embarrassed because Patti LaBelle is like an icon.
Right. She is an icon. Let me see. Let me try to go back to like what about Pink? You know anything from Pink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. What can I do for Pink?
I know she's kind of tough, right?
Yeah, I have one that I was singing all the time, and now I can't think of what it was. But right, turn off the light. I'm gonna lose my mind tonight. What's the dealio?
Okay.
Don't raise your glass if you are wrong. Yeah, that one.
What about Madonna?
Come Vogue. Let your body move to the music. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, Vogue.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta do that dance, right. Even though that's not the right ones, but you gotta.
Yeah, I know, right?
You have to.
Okay, what about Lisa D?
Ooh, well, you would have to sing.
You gotta bring it home. You gotta bring it home.
I know. Now I gotta think of what part I want to sing for you. Right?
Okay.
It's just how I feel about your love. Just how I feel. You're all I be thinking of. Love every day, love every night. You're always on my mind. It's just how I feel.
Yes. And it was one part in there. Somebody else was singing it, right? Was that him? Mm-hmm. Was that your partner?
Yeah.
Was that your partner?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I could tell definitely
in the house.
He was in. He punched it in. Yeah, I definitely heard the difference. I was like, wait a minute, is that her? Or I was like, no, that's somebody else, definitely. But oh my God, I'm so proud of you and your success.
Thank
you.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, look, now you gotta come back again and do some more. You gotta brush up on who did you get? You didn't get The Weeknd and
Fantasia and Patti LaBelle. Boom. Yeah. Let's do it.
But you did good on Lisa D. That was a good one.
You know, I feel that one for some reason.
I mean, she's a great artist.
I can't put my finger on it, but
yeah. Are you gonna tell everybody where they can reach you and what else you got going on before we get up out of here?
Yeah. So on Instagram, I'm at Lisa D Music, and then pretty much everywhere else, I'm the Lisa D. And I've got YouTube. I'm on TikTok. TikTok's fun.
On TikTok too?
Yeah.
Oh, they got you over there, huh?
I know.
You be doing dances
so
and stuff?
And
my God. You be doing dances?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That's like the best thing to do on TikTok. Yeah.
I can't get into it. I don't know.
I know. And I never have time to do as much as I would like to with the baby, but I do every once in a while. I get some stuff on there. I think it's fun. And then if you search for me on basically any platform that you listen to music, you can find me. Spotify just released the remix version of my song, which is like kind of like an unplugged version. And the best place to find both of those versions is Lisa D in all caps with a space. Lisa space D, all caps. And you can find it on Spotify that way. You can also search I am Lisa D if you can't find me in a sea of other Lisa Ds. So,
yeah, there was a couple other. I was like, who is this?
Yeah. So that's
is
what
Lisa D your real name? Is that
no, my it comes
you don't have to
from
tell them. Don't tell them the real name. I'm just
okay. I can tell you the story if you want to know, but if you don't want to know,
no, I thought you were gonna say your real name. I was like, no.
Well, my maiden name was Del Vecchio, and because in all of my like performing stuff, people would call me Lisa D anyway because they couldn't say my last name. And so then when I got married and I even gained a letter through marriage, an even harder last name, I was like, we need a stage name for this stuff because nobody can say my name as it is. So they called me Lisa D, so I just went with it.
Okay. Well, hopefully they won't get you confused with the other Lisa D's out there because that can't happen.
No. And I mean, we only got the one song for now. So if you search for Just How I Feel, you can find it. And then either I am Lisa D or Lisa D with all caps. You can find me.
There it is. Lisa D, y'all. I'm so excited. Thank you for coming
let's give it up for Fiya, because she is Fiya.
You know. All right, I definitely appreciate. Shout out to your partner. What's his name again?
Yes, D Natural.
D Natural. Shout out to D Natural, and make sure you guys follow her on all platforms. Click the link in her bio. Everything's there. Yeah,
that's how you can get to the music. Got it there, but if you just go, you can search for me too. So,
and the music's gonna be out next year.
Man,
the new music.
I hope so. Like,
don't be having us wait too long, Lisa.
I know. I want to get going. We gotta get this video done first, and then we can focus on the next song. And
all right, so February, I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Like, what's up, Lisa? Like, what we doing?
D Natural's in the building, so he's hearing us.
D Natural,
right now,
what up?
D Natural,
I'm giving you until February. Because I'm a fan. I'm going to be like, look, where's the rest of the music at? Okay? We need some more music out.
I love it.
All right. Thank you, Lisa, for stopping through.
Thank you so much. All right.
Air It Out Radio is that chick fire. Make sure you guys check out the website, airitoutradio.net. Shout out to D Natural. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Of course, Lisa D. We gotta get that music popping. February. I'm giving y'all till February, okay? And then I'm gonna be knocking. I'm gonna be like, where is the music? Okay? Y'all can't be having your fans wait too long. All right, and hopefully we can get like a little rap going on from Lisa D. But you know, it's in the making. A little rap, a little 16 bars. You know what I'm saying? I see it like in the future, and we're gonna have her come back and do our quick 30. You know what I'm saying? Mark it down. Like February, we need at least one song. Give me another song. You can't be just giving us one song and then like y'all can wait. You know what I'm saying? You know the fans get upset. All right, so you guys have new. Okay, that's what's up, Tequila. All right, Air It Out Radio is that chick fire. Make sure you guys check out the website. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and you guys can actually win a free interview. Yes, that's what we're doing right now. So subscribe to the YouTube and hit the notifications. Then take a picture of it and send it to itsairitoutradio@gmail.com. The email is always in a bio and on my page. And you can possibly get a free interview with us. Well, me. You know, us is like, I'm speaking third party anyway. So anyway, what up, Maya? What's going on? Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Killer. And let me see. It's a whole bunch of y'all motherfuckers that just tuned in. What up, being hands? All right, a little bit later, I got another one. We're going to be doing another quick 30. I'm excited about this. So, again, check out the website, airitoutradio.net. I'm that chick Fire. Smack.